you about repetition. When I was in college, I studied language and literature, English language and literature. And I learned about this linguistic technique called repetition and replacement. Now, what that is when you repeat the first half of a phrase and then you replace the second half of that same phrase with something else and you repeat it. So for example, let's say you at work, you at school, you at home even, someone comes into your space, your area, and they say, I need you to do this, do that, and do the other. The repetition is the do. The replacement is the what. So you already know that you have to do, and you have to do this, that, and the other. So the point of the repetition is so that you know what you have to do. In this case, you have to just do, And the replacement is so that you know how many different things or what it is that you have to actually do. However, with repetition, some people like to confuse it with ritual. Now, that might sound a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Bizarre? Might sound a little bizarre to compare rituals to repetition. Let me explain. When I first moved to the UK, a lot of people was asking me, are you religious? That's my British accent. They would ask me, are you religious? And I said, no. They said, well, you believe in God? I was like, yeah. You're a Christian? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. You go to church? Uh-huh. Yeah. So then you're religious? No. I'm not religious. And they confused. I said, to be religious means to be committed to some type of tradition, some type of cycle. You go to work, you go to school, you go to church religiously. It's something you do over and over, exactly the same way. It's not the same. It's not the same as repetition, because when you repeat, there is intentionality there. You repeat on purpose. It might be for the benefit of the person that you was talking to. Maybe they didn't hear you. Or it could be for the benefit of yourself so that you can better explain yourself. Let me give you an example. The most common example is actually almost any song that you actually like. Think about a song that you like to sing. More often than not, if not 100% of the time, the reason why you like that song ain't really the lyrics, It's the repetition. Exactly. The chorus is sung exactly the same way. That's the only way you could actually sing along, unless you listen to the same song over and over and over again until you can't get none of the lyrics wrong. Otherwise, it's the chorus that you like because it's, repeating. There's a lot of repetition in there and it gets into your head and eventually you get the message if there's a message that's in the song. Another example is maybe you're in a race. I used to play this game called Hydro Thunder. I used to love the way that the commentator would call out the numbers at the beginning of the race. He would say, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. It's a triplet. It's a repetition. In case you didn't hear the first one or the second one, you should hear the third one. And hopefully you listen. And you go, go, go. Where? Every time someone repeats themselves, there is intentionality there. And it's a specific difference to a ritual. See, these rituals, they're doing exactly the same thing over and over. You get your coffee from this place, you get your this and that, and everything is just the same. It's a ritual. It's something that you're used to doing and you're doing all the time. There's no intentionality there. So when people have different kinds of prayers, they like to sleep on God. And I ain't talking about when they fall asleep while they're praying. I mean, they sleep on God because they don't understand that it's not the rituals. It's the repetition. Because in repetition, there is purpose. Something about the purpose of repetition, I don't know, maybe it gets God's attention? I don't know. I ain't Jesus. I ain't here to talk then. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, repetition is where it's at. Don't fall into the trap, the religious trap, or the ritualistic trap. Anything that you want to repeat, you better have some intentionality there. That's all I gotta say.